breaking news right now. We're going to keep an eye on that for you. Well, new fallout for Hillary Clinton as she visits a big-time political fundraiser in Chicago. Her donations to the Clinton Foundation in the millions, not matching up with tax returns. Chief White House correspondent Ed Henry, fresh off the campaign trail and a hotel room right next to Hillary Clinton. So Hillary Clinton, Ed, is raising campaign cash behind closed doors today in Chicago after talking about campaign finance reform. So what can you tell us about these fundraisers?
Yeah, an interesting mix there, Gretchen. The other thing is there may be some tough new questions for the Clinton Foundation as well. She's starting her day in Chicago. She has a fundraiser, a couple of fundraisers, but one of them is with a wealthy donor who's contributed to her campaign before, was very helpful to her in 2008, Fred Eichner. What's significant about him is that he also donated $25 million to the Clinton Foundation. But here's what's really interesting. Politico is reporting today that his own personal foundation, the Alphawood Foundation, according to the Clinton Foundation, donated another $10,000 to $25,000. Except when you look at the Alphawood Foundation's tax returns, they show they actually gave $7.25 million to the Clinton Foundation. So remember, they already had to amend their tax returns. Will they have to do that again, the Clinton Foundation, because there appear to be more discrepancies? You mentioned Fred Eichner also raising a lot of money for Hillary Clinton. Here's what she said about the rich and wealthy yesterday in Iowa.
People are not getting a fair shake. Something is wrong when CEOs earn more than 300 times than what the typical American worker earns, and when hedge fund managers pay a lower tax rate than truck drivers or nurses.
Today, she may be reaching out to some of those same hedge fund managers to fund her campaign, Gretchen.
Very interesting. So liberals staying on the fence, not coming out to endorse her just yet. What do you know about that?
Well, interesting. I mean, obviously, there's a lot more time. She doesn't have any major opposition, at least not yet, but she'd obviously like to get some prominent liberals in her camp. Bill de Blasio, the New York City mayor, obviously from her home state, Elizabeth Warren, the liberal Democratic senator. Both of those top Democrats have been holding back on endorsements. And Bill de Blasio this morning on CBS seemed to have some mild criticism of Hillary Clinton. Listen.
I was impressed by some of the things she said in Iowa. I was certainly impressed by her speeches on criminal justice reform and on immigration reform. But I think it is normal, by the way, I would say this about any candidate. In this time we're in, we actually need to hear a specific vision for change.
Need to hear a specific vision for change. He has said in recent days that he's holding back to see that from Hillary Clinton. Elizabeth Warren, meanwhile, is telling Huffington Post she wants Hillary Clinton to take a firm position on that Pacific trade deal, something she hasn't done yet, Gretchen.
This is why politics is so fickle. You never know what's going to happen from day to day. And you are on the road with all of it. Ed Henry, thank you so much.
Good to see you.
The nuke deal deadline, less than 6 weeks away now. And today, word that Iran's supreme leader didn't seem to read the details of the first deal Secretary of State John Kerry thought he'd hammered out. Seems the Ayatollah doesn't want to give in now to certain demands. Imagine that.